their funding coming from. To speak to also women entrepreneurs, I've been seeing a lot more women entrepreneurs having success with crowdfunding. So with my podcast, I bring on people, it's a 45-minute long interview, and I get really in-depth into what they did to get traffic and funding for their project. And I've had a bunch of more female entrepreneurs come on the show. The biggest thing, the reason why I've seen more female entrepreneurs seeing success with crowdfunding is that research has shown that they have a higher emotional intelligence than men, and I don't know why that is, it's just kind of how the research has shown. The Kosan travel dress, they raised over $600,000 on Kickstarter for their product. Good Night Stories for Rebel Girls, which is also now in Barnes & Noble, which is a children's book for females. They did, I think, over $600,000 also. So like a lot more female entrepreneurs have been using crowdfunding. So on the topic of like, how do you have a more successful campaign? It's been my passion to share free education, whether it's the YouTube channel, the podcast. I have a book out there, and what I kind of do is I try to boil down what are the things you have to do in order to improve your chances of success. Because basically when you're warming up your social media followers, you're warming up your friends and your family, and you're letting them know about what this crowdfunding thing is, why it's important to you, and then when you're launching, they actually know what they're going to get out of it. Part of the pre-launch is about getting some funding, sort of seeding some funding early on with the campaign. In that way, the marketing terms, you get some social proof, and people are more willing to actually watch your video. If you come to a video and the campaign has $0 pledged versus one that already has a little bit of money there, is that while social media is great in the middle stage of a campaign, what actually leads to instant funding on Kickstarter is building up an email list of people. And a lot of people think email, and I think that's kind of like archaic and outdated, but email is actually way higher of a percentage of people that become buyers and backers on Kickstarter. So if you have 1,000 people on an email list versus 1,000 that are following your Facebook fan page, the email list is going to convert way better. When it comes to the actual campaign, you sort of have 3 different phases. So in the middle of the campaign, the goal is how do you maintain momentum? You've gotten this surge of activity, it's really new, it's noteworthy, and then people are like, okay, that was kind of cool. Now the momentum starts to slow. So there are a lot of things you can do. You can do things like media attention. You can use this as an activity to try and go out there and to reach out to journalists and bloggers and YouTubers.
Money. I don't really donate that often. I mean, it's the truth. I don't know if I have the funding to donate to other. I'm like inches away, and I am female-owned, minority-owned.
So how much funding do you need in total?
I would say about 100.
Okay.
Right, like with safety money.
Yeah. So I would think crowdfunding could maybe fit into a portion of the solution.
So I can do other things.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
And I would also think of it as, how can you make this a better experience for those people that are going to be using the co-working space? So rather than thinking of this as something that's charity,
right,
how can you make this more experiential? What can you give them? What perks or interesting things can you do for them? Or even maybe putting on a panel like this, talking about women entrepreneurship or something that they care about. How can you make it almost seem as though this is something that they want to be a part of versus they're kind of like eking and trying to maybe give you $1 or $2 for that? And I think the question is it more valuable for you to have a publicly successful campaign and to tap into that marketplace, or to try to do it yourself in another way?
Do you wish that you had attended this panel and gotten access to some of these crowdfunding tips? Because if you do, I got an exclusive offer that I'm offering you here today, where basically you're gonna get instant access to a 45-minute long intensive workshop that shows you exactly how to smash your goal when it comes to Kickstarter or Indiegogo. So on this workshop, not only is it intensive and step-by-step, you're also gonna get access to 3 secrets that I have discovered about crowdfunding over the last 6 years. So the first secret is, how do you get instant funding with a Kickstarter campaign? You know, besides going through and talking a little bit about this on the panel, you're gonna get way more in-depth information when it comes to that. So actually behind the scenes, what do you gotta do in order to get instant success, in order to get instant funding, instant traffic, instant attention when it comes to your crowdfunding campaign? That is the first secret that I'm gonna reveal to you. The second secret is, how do you get strangers to back your crowdfunding campaign? People that you don't know, that aren't your friends or your family, how do you get them interested in what it is you're doing and to actually care about what it is that you're offering and to really wanna learn more about you, your product, and to buy it? And finally, secret number 3, how do you get through the Kickstarter slump period? The Kickstarter slump of death, where your campaign is basically losing momentum. That you've launched this thing, momentum is slowing, you're not getting as much donations or traffic or pledges or backers. How do you get through this middle period, which I call the Kickstarter slump of death, and some really unique ways to combat that? I've basically taken all of these teachings and I've condensed them into a 45-minute value-packed workshop that you are going to want to attend. So if you're interested, you can go and check it out at the link down below. I also got some other great stuff that I'm going to share with you, but this is kind of, I think, the best way to set your campaign up for success and to really set a strong foundation for your crowdfunding campaign. So you can check it out at the link down below. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. It is super value packed and I think you're going to love it.